One of our 100-day challenges is asking the American people to mask up for the first 100 days, the next 99 days. It's a patriotic act. But for a few months to wear a mask, no vaccines, the fact is that they're the single best thing we can do.
Why weren't President Biden and all members of the Biden family masked at all times on federal lands last night if he signed an executive order that mandates masks on federal lands at all times?
At the inaugural
At the Lincoln Memorial, yes.
I think, Steve, he was celebrating an evening of...
I think we know why Joe Biden hired her, stuttering up almost as much as he does. You gotta have someone to make you look better by comparison. Speaking of which, how do you make yourself look better after making a blanket statement such as all Americans must wear masks? Yeah, that's right. You ignore your own mask mandate on the first day it's signed. We're over here at the Foundation for Economic Freedom, and his press secretary, that stuttering fool, says bigger issues to worry about than Joe Biden wearing a mask. And this is after Joe Biden told people to mask up, calling upon them to wear face coverings in public for the next 100 days. We're not even, the second day into it, and he's already violated it. So he had a busy day here, it says right here, signing 17 executive actions, far more than predecessors Trump, Obama, George W. Bush, and Clinton combined. Possibly. I'm pretty sure Trump did more in his first 100 days, but time will tell. We're only on day one and Biden's already fucking up. Among the orders was a mandate that all people on federal property wear masks to mitigate the spread of COVID-19. The reason for this, it was speculated widely that he was going to try to do a national mask in public order, but Biden, he had no clue that the federal government doesn't have that power over the states. At least that's my inclination, because for months up until the election and even after, during the disputed period, he was talking about how he was going to do that, how he was going to make it where you basically had to go in public. Now he's urging people to do it because he realizes he has no power. If I'm walking down the street, if I'm by myself, I'm not going to wear a mask. What, the freaking tree's going to give me coronavirus if I walk by one without a mask? This is just getting ridiculous. If I go into a business that requires a mask, I'll do it. I'm not happy about it, but hey, if that makes them feel comfortable, fine, whatever. Anyway, like it says here, bigger issues to worry about according to the press secretary, even though, according to Biden, the biggest issue is wearing a mask, because if you're not wearing a mask, you're spreading corona to everyone. You're killing millions. But as the article says here, things got awkward quickly. She's stuttering it up. She's babbling about how he's out celebrating. That's why he didn't need to wear a mask. It says right here, the same day Biden signed his executive order, he and his family were spotted maskless at the Lincoln Memorial here, a clear violation of the order he had signed that very morning. And that's true. He was at the Lincoln Memorial. They were doing a concert. I think Yo-Yo Ma, or the famous violinist, was over there. And yeah, that's what he was doing. Let's take a look here. Why wasn't Joe Biden wearing a mask last night after signing a mask mandate? John Cooper asked. And here's the video. I'm pretty sure the clip I included in the beginning can show you most of it. But we're going to go to Snoops now. Let's see what they're up to. And it's already saying that's false. Yeah, did Biden violate his own mask mandate? Oh, no, that's false. That's false. Yeah. It says here that on the evening of January 20th, 2021, a video of U.S. President Joe Biden listening to a performance by musician Yo-Yo Ma at the Lincoln Memorial while not wearing a face mask was widely circulated on social media. Of course it was. The guy's a hypocrite. He's a damn fool. Charlie Kirk, the founder of the conservative Turning Point USA, for instance, shared the video with the caption, "Does Joe Biden's new executive order mandating masks on federal property not apply to Joe Biden while he's on federal property?" Because here he is at the Lincoln Memorial with no mask just hours after signing it. And that's true. The video shows his press secretary basically trying to defend him by saying, oh, he's celebrating, and then goes on to say that, bigger issues to worry about and that Joe Biden will lead by example in the future. So I love how big tech is already coming to Joe Biden's defense by saying this is a bad faith argument that appears to be based on a cherry-picked moment and a willful misunderstanding of Biden's new mask policy. The new policy says that on federal land, all visitors, employees. If you're a human and you're on the damn land, you gotta wear a mask. How do you misunderstand that? It's just so silly how dumb these people are being, because you got potato-brained Biden over here who forgot to wear a mask, who obviously took it off during a photo op, which, you know, that's fine. But then for the rest of the night, he was wandering around having his doctor wife lead him around without a mask on. That's the point of it. I mean, I'm pretty sure Kamala Heels Up Harris was wearing her mask. No one talks about her because she actually wasn't violating the order. And you can read the rest of this. It just goes on to defend the guy, going out of their way to say, for instance, mask use is more important while a person is indoors as opposed to outdoors. In the video above, Biden is outdoors. Well, I do agree with that sentiment. As you guys have all known, if you watch my videos for a few weeks now, I've always said that if you're outside, you don't need a mask. But it doesn't say federal buildings. His mandate literally says federal land. For instance, if you go to a national park, Yellowstone or Yosemite, I'm sure they're going to tell you you need a mask. Now, that sounds really silly, but the point is you can't even go out hiking anyway. All these places are closed to the public. But if you're on federal land, for instance, let's say you're at the Washington Monument, Lincoln Memorial, anywhere like that where there is pretty much open land. The Washington Monument, for instance, all you can do is walk around the National Mall next to the reflecting pond. There's no inside of that building. So you're telling me that I can just go down to D.C. right now and walk around public with no mask and I won't get in trouble? Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. Anyway, I'll leave you guys with a little video where we can watch the stuttering defense of Biden. Not really ranting, actually. More like nonsensical gibbering this chick does. I mean, she's a joke. I really do feel like Biden hired her because she makes him look better by comparison. But that's all for tonight, folks. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm going to leave you with a little clip before I sign out for the night. I hope you can survive this endless circus that is the Biden-Harris administration. We're, barely even 2 days into this, and it's already a train wreck. All right, folks, you have a good night.
But as Joe Biden often talks about, it is not just important the example of power, but the power of our example. Was that a good example for people who are watching who might not pay attention normally?
Well, Steve, I think the power of his example is also the message he sends.
It is not possible. Come on, give me a break, man.